So, hello everyone. I'm newbie in Elixir. Yeah, I'm newbie in Elixir actually. Yeah, there are a few projects have been written in my company in Elixir, and I had some experience with it. So today I try to explain my vision of a problem in an Elixir application. Actually, there are a few another speakers who has more experience than me. So if I start explaining what is actors or how we use the gen servers, yeah, it could be pretty obvious. So I'm going to. I'm going to try to explain some non-standard vision on this problem. Yeah. My application works with some external process which take a lot of CPU usage, and actually this is a problem. That's because we have an Elixir application which are super fast and is able to process as many processes, as many requests as possible, but my outside process eat all my CPU usage after third request, yeah, and this was a problem until I figure out how it can be. Oh, I have a clicker. Let's start with a different language, yeah. Before Elixir, everybody know some separate different language. I suppose that it's or Ruby or JavaScript. Somebody knows another one language. Yeah. So when we write in this another language, we have another problems. Yeah, with the Ruby process on a server, we has no problem with the multi-thread, and that's because we have a 2 GB memory. We are able to run 4 Rails instances. That's it. It's a pretty simple, yeah. In Elixir it's not. So let's. A couple of years ago, I had an intern who write test case for me when he applied his on interview, and I see the special. I have no idea how it in English. Yeah, he has a special view of on a language. He just write on a Ruby like on English and simple English, and paste randomly dots, quotes, and brackets, and believe that it should works. He believed that Ruby has a magic. He see that result of Ruby looks like simple English, and believe that everything should works like this. He wrote me something like this one. I asked him to calculate sum of squares, numbers between 1 and 1000, which divided to 3 and 5. Yeah, something like this. Of course, he is not a programmer, but he showed me the thing that magic is still exists. Before computers, people believe in dragons, in witches, in trolls. Yeah, currently people believe in internet and in Google. In junior developers believe in Ruby. Yeah, he believed that this is a special cast, and with this cast, everything is possible. Yeah, it looks like this one. So I don't remember the next slide. Let's talk about JavaScript. Yeah, and let's talk about not JavaScript, about Nodejs. In Nodejs, we have the similar problem. When Nodejs is coming more or less popular, we had a thing that Node.js is super fast. Everybody believe in it. Node.js is totally asynchronous, and Node.js is still JavaScript. And this was cool, super cool. This was a power of Node.js. Yeah, we believe that we can write the same code which can be run much faster and in asynchronous mode without any additional movements. Right now, we don't think with this way. We know how it works, yeah, and it's actually it's not true. Actually, Node.js, like a Ruby, like other language, just fast without any additional things. It's just use the normal flow with simple threads, and it's still JavaScript. I don't know. It's a also bronze. But anyway, in this case, Node.js also looks like a magic. Yeah. With Elixir, we have the same problem. When we talk about Elixir, first of all, we talk about Erlang, and when we talk about Erlang, we talk about Beam. Yeah. And when we say Beam, we mean actors, actually. Yeah, it's a concept. It's not about language or not about some implementation. It's a concept where you know what it means, right? Why I should explain what means actors. Anyway, what's the problem? When we have some processes, one actor is able to be run with one thread. Yeah, is it not? There are no way to run it asynchronously or somehow in one actor. I mean, so in Cowboy it looks like this. Yeah, we have some parent process which spawn process per request, which run it in one chain of actors. And my problem actually was, let's skip this slide, that some actor was super slow. Of course, we know that we're able to use a pool and ask and request new instance of some actor from this pool to process this thing. So with this implementation, we're able to I forget this English word. Ограничить какой-то. Limit. Спасибо большое. We're able to limit amount of super huge processes to not eat all CPU or memory usage. Yeah. So with this thing, magic, we will have less magic than in a general mode, like Elixir is able to run 1 million billion processes in some live chat with small instances. Yeah. So this is a super pooper simple implementation of this. Yeah. I mean that it's not needed to run it with additional library, yeah, which allow us to spawn new actors or to limit these actors in some pool. This is pretty simple, and this is an idea. And to get this actor from this pool, it's also pretty simple. Of course, there are a few libraries which allow to simplify it, but idea is much important than implementation. So what I'm trying to explain in my super popular English, that Elixir is not a magic. Elixir, it's just a language with just a different way to build application, to build architecture. We're able to run application on the same servers with the same threads. We just need to manipulate with these threads in different architecture. There are no magic here. Problem with calculation, high loading still here. Yeah, there are no way to run something faster than it can be run. Yeah, if we need to multiply two numbers, we just need to multiply these two numbers, and algorithms still here. So we can't run. We can't rewrite everything from a Ruby to Elixir and say that it will be much faster, or it will be much better than previously. Yeah, and third one thing that Elixir is not a JavaScript. That's benefit of it, I believe. So I believe that my super pooper English, it's not a problem with this conversation, and you understand something from it. So, thank you. I have no idea. Perhaps somebody would like to ask something. Yeah. Чего? Yes, I run I run a parent actor and which spawn limited amount of child actors, then take one by one with round robin. And if some actor still run previous job, we have a actor implementation where next request will wait until previous will be done. So it's.
And why didn't you use Poolboy or some similar library?
About Poolboy, when I see this problem, I just Google Poolboy, yeah, and see that with 10 lines or something like that, I'm able to implement the same. Without Poolboy, I implemented with the same 10 lines. So it's pretty easy, and Poolboy, it's not a special tablet which can be eaten and everything. All problem will be done. Yeah.
You mentioned that you are trying to do some heavy task. May I ask what kind
Image
of...
magic.
Okay.
Yeah, my application process photos on a live, and I need to resize and crop and blah 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 photos on a live with requests. So application should process photos as many as possible, and if I request too many photos at the same time, I have a swap and I have a. So. Thank you very much.